I'd put it right below the finger guns, black-haired Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3. That's probably the most memed one, but
that's
outside that.
Okay. For bad reason, that's maybe the most memorable one. Do you still remember those cheat codes?
Rewinding those Rendels.
Music you had to discover.
We're the Jennings Brothers,
and we're digging through the basement of our childhood.
Dusting off the best and worst of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Good, bad, or lost in the cushions, we're talking about it.
Exchange those quarters.
Because this podcast takes tokens. Hello and welcome back to This Podcast Takes Tokens. You've hit the best show on the internet.
That's right.
That's just my personal opinion. So I'm Ryan, joined by my brother Derek. Today we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 2. The sequel, yes. Continuing on with our Vigilantes and VHS summer. We are almost wrapped up with this.
It's number 9 in the series.
It's wild. Yeah. Man. All right, let's get into this. Okay. Released June 30th, 2004. A budget of $200 million.
Ooh.
I did not get... I got the worldwide gross. I didn't do the domestic. You want to take a guess on what the worldwide gross was on this? $200 million.
Worldwide gross. This is the total take at the box office.
Yep.
$600 million.
$788 million.
Ooh. Yeah, I knew it was big. I knew it was big.
Golly.
That's good, yeah.
I'd have to look back. I can't remember what the first one was. But this, I think, outdid it. I'm pretty sure.
I think this might have been the high. I think this was the highest Tobey one. For sure.
Yeah.
I know the last one, the just released, is almost $1 billion.
Oh, the last one
weekend. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Spider-Man 3, the last one Tobey Maguire. Well, not the last one Tobey Maguire was in technically, but yeah. It's okay. I didn't realize it made that much. Holy crap! Movies are just there's gonna be some movies soon that's gonna hit the $1 trillion mark. We're just gonna be what the heck? Where back in some of these movies were it made $60,000, or whatever. Whoa, that's pretty good for the $10,000 shoestring budget it had. Man,
for 1963,
billions.
Yeah.
All right, tomato meter. What do you think the critics thought of this movie?
I still don't. I mean, even today, I don't think they've warmed up to, and they give nearly enough love to the Marvel or the superhero genre as a whole. Someone go 72.
They loved this one. 93%.
Really?
Tomato meter. Yeah.
Tomato meter, not popcorn meter. Tomato
not
meter.
Popcorn meter. Tomato meter. 93%. 93.
Wow.
Can you believe that? Yeah.
I wonder if that's the highest superhero movie. That's crazy.
I don't know. I'd have to do research. Well, I'll have to look at that and then maybe talk about it here in a few weeks or something when I have some time to find it. Popcorn meter.
Now, this is the audience score.
This is the audience score. Correct. Yep.
If they've done 93 on the critic score, the audience score is almost always higher on these. You go 95.
Believe it or not, it's quite a bit lower.
Really?
The popcorn meter was 82%.
Wow.
I mean, it's still good, still respectable.
Yeah.
But compared, I don't know. To me, this is probably the best superhero movie ever made.
This is a lot of people's favorite Spider-Man for sure.
Oh, it's so good. It's so I don't understand 82%. Again, that's really good, but that's not what I was expecting from a user score. User scores are usually, when it comes to movies, they're usually a little bit higher.
A little higher, yeah.
And unless it's some art film, some artsy, sort of thing, and
maybe this is considered an art film.
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, Doc Ock talks about poetry, so
that's true. Yeah.
So,
I'm gonna get a one quarter from T.S. Eliot or whatever.
That's right. Doesn't. Okay, let's get into it. That doesn't work, right? Mary Jane's what are you even doing? This
they're having two completely different conversations in that moment.
Yeah.
I think that just further shows how, I don't know if they just recorded on separate days or if it's just supposed to show how disconnected he is from her. But they don't mesh until the very end. Then they finally start getting on board with each other.
Which is, how it's supposed to be, I guess. Like the whole thing, that's what I like about this. I like that it's a story of like, this is too much for me. And I just can't do this. It's ruining my life being Spider-Man. Yeah. Like it's ruining the life that I want. And so I'm just going to be done with it. And then realizing like one of my favorite lines in the movie is when Aunt May's like, I think there's a hero in all of us, and she basically talks him into, oh, okay, maybe I do need to be doing this again. It's just, oh my gosh, this movie is just, it's great. Definitely the best of the original trilogy.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree there for sure. And I like how like we get little like sneak peeks at like kind of what they were wanting to do, like where they were wanting to go in the future. You got Doc Connors there. Yeah. Although I can't buy that actor as Lizard. Like I don't know how that would have played out. Yeah. But like they had Doc Connors. Maybe they weren't going to do Lizard, or maybe it was just like, they're going to have his Doc Connors or whatever. But yeah, like I like the little like kind of teases we get throughout. Yeah. With the little background characters and stuff. Although I don't know, did we ever get a Gwen Stacy in the Raimi-verse?
Yes, we get her in Spider-Man 3. It's Bryce Dallas
Howard. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Bryce Dallas Howard. Yeah, but she was like a supermodel. I don't remember. Her being a supermodel.
I think they should. Didn't they do that in the Amazing Spider-Man movies? It was Gwen. It wasn't Mary Jane. That was his love interest, right? And that's which I know you talked about when we talked about Spider-Man 1, that they had originally planned to have Gwen Stacy in there as his love interest, and then I think Mary Jane.
What's her name was supposed to be Gwen Stacy originally. Like they
Kirsten Dunst,
Kirsten Dunst, yes. And then they switched it to Mary Jane kind of at the last minute, and that's why her performance felt a little too double-sided, I guess, or off balance, because it was she was preparing for one character and she ends up doing another. But then we come into this movie and I feel like she's kind of doing the same stuff that I was complaining about in the last one, and like she knows she's supposed to be Mary Jane in this one. So I don't know, again, like, I mean, no shade to the actress. I don't know that this Mary Jane is comic book Mary Jane that we know and love. And I don't feel like we've gotten that. And again, like Zendaya does a great job in her role as Mary Jane in the version that they put forth there. But I don't know that we have not gotten that classic comic book Mary Jane that we all know and love. So I don't know. It's a little weird.
I honestly think the best version, non-comic book version of Mary Jane that I've seen is from the Spider-Man video games, because she's very much she can take care of herself, and she's like really intelligent, and it's mainly like that she's just her own independent person. It's not like she's reliant on Peter for to give her some meaning to her life or whatever. Like in this one, like I think Kirsten Dunst does good with what she has. I don't think she's bad in this movie. No, but I feel like it's constantly like she's needing validation from somebody. I need somebody to come to my show, which I get. Like everybody wants people to support them, but I feel like even from the beginning, like the first movie, it's like she's needing, she had a bad home life. Like she's needing validation from somebody. And all this stuff. And I feel like my Mary Jane is very much like, I'm
Face
with
it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which I don't think we ever get that line from her, do we?
I don't think so.
Yeah. She gives him like a little like, go get him, Tiger, in this one. Yeah. But we never get that classic, like whenever she first meets him and she's like, you just hit the jackpot. Face it, Tiger, you just hit the jackpot. Like, I feel like that's a classic Mary Jane, Peter Parker moment that we are kind of robbed of. And I don't know that we get it in the We don't get that in the new ones either, do we?
I don't think so.
Home,
I mean,
I guess.
MJ's I guess she's. I will say in the new ones, I feel like she's more like her own person. Like she's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying about like Kirsten?
She definitely got the right attitude.
Yeah, she does. Absolutely does.
Self-sure and assertiveness that MJ needs for sure.
Yeah.
But anyways, off of MJ and back onto the rest of the movie. So Doc Ock. Good, like that's like probably one of the best villain castings outside of Willem Dafoe, and Willem Dafoe was such a great casting, and then to come in and have Alfred Molina as Doc Ock, it's just like they went. I didn't think that they could go up a level, and here we go, we're up a level.
He's great.
We got Doc Ock, yeah, he's
perfect. He is Doc Ock, like he's so good,
absolutely.
And the way they write, like that's what I love about Spider-Man characters, like they're tragic villains.
Yeah,
like so, in the first one we had. Norman, who really he just wanted to save his company, like that's what he was, and then this one
maybe a little neuroses, but
sure, but Otto is like wanting to better mankind, like he has a genuine heart to like I want to do something that's going to help mankind, and then the villain really is the arms. It's not Octavius.
I'm going to talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so like he talks about like this like inhibitor chip thing that he's got going on, and it's going to protect him from the AI and the arms. So did they develop like this evil sentient AI to control the arms? Like, why is he worried about like the arms AI taking over his brainwaves? Like, I don't get that. That one was, it's the only thing that stuck out to me as like kind of a problem. I was like, this part doesn't make sense to me.
It's like the early days of, I mean, did we really even have much AI back? I mean, we had AI back then, but it wasn't like what we have now.
More of a concept.
I could see this more of a thing now based on especially recent events with ChatGPT breaking itself out and like, going and hacking. So I could see that. But yeah, no, I agree with you. And like the inhibitor chip, it's not, I know it gets busted because of an electrical surge, but like it's not protected. Like it's just sitting up there. Like you think you would have it like encased in something. Like, but no, he's going to show it off. This inhibitor chip back here is, look at this electric blue thing that's sticking in the back of my head.
Meanwhile, his arms are like magnet proof and like electric proof and waterproof and everything. And but the inhibitor chip, that's definitely the linchpin.
That's
that
the one thing.
Just
that's
hanging
the one
out there.
Thing, man. That's how we get Doc Ock, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
man. But yeah, the great Doc Ock.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that very much.
Well, he's got a good. Just I like how he redeems himself in the end. He's telling the arms like, listen to me now, like I'm in charge, and he saves the city. Of course, he saves it from something that he started, but he saves the city and dies a hero's death, I guess, which I liked. You don't really get that with Green Goblin in the first one,
because he's trying to kill Peter still. It just backfires on him.
yeah.
But I guess you kind of get that with Harry in the third one.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
a little bit with Sandman too.
Yeah.
In some ways, I guess.
I don't know.
No?
Yeah, maybe I need to rewatch the third one. It's been quite a while since I've seen.
Third one, we'll get to the third one.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
We're about a year away from being able to do that one, anyways.
Yeah.
But
so one thing that on the topic of the villains. So after Mary Jane finds out that he's Spider-Man, right? And he swings her away. And at first, when he's swinging away from that clock thing, or that thing, breaking down or whatever in the water, the pier, I'm like, what is he connected to?
Yeah.
And then I realized there was a crane, like the next shot, you see the crane. I'm like, okay. But at first I was like, there's no way that they're just like, oh, he's connecting to air.
Yeah.
He's getting her out of here.
I thought that for years. I've been like, he just swings out of the water. Like nothing, like nothing that he's connected to. And he just like swings away. And then I'm watching it this time. I'm like, here it comes. Okay. Yeah. Write this little note down. And then I see the crane. I'm like, okay, I guess there's cranes on the docks and piers and everything. So I suppose he could swing up to a crane, but I mean,
they should have showed a little bit of that, like in the foreground.
Yeah. The shot with
like,
it or something.
So it just didn't look silly, because it just looks like they're just
Right.
swinging away to nothing.
So goofy looking.
But when he's got her and like he's made the web, waiting for the police to arrive or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's explaining to her, he's like, this is why we can't be together, because if my enemies knew about you, like, I can't imagine what would happen. And I'm thinking, like, I didn't catch this first several times I watched it. Like, I caught it now. I'm like, enemies. What? You've had two enemies. You've had Goblin and you've had Doc Ock.
Yeah.
That's all you've had. So don't give me
like
this,
street level criminals.
If my enemies find out, I mean, who's a jewel thief is not going to go and just be like, oh, where's this Mary Jane at? I'm gonna get her, and I'm really gonna get Spider-Man back. So
that's what they should have done with the movies, is like, as they were like what they did with the end of Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Mm-hmm.
He like goes to fight Rhino as like the closing shot is him charging towards Rhino.
Sure.
So you understand, he's fighting other big villains between these movies. They should have done that here. They should have had like, I don't know, like they got Doc Connors in there. They could have had like Doc Connors, like, as like, they could have just had the lizard in like the lab coat tearing up the school, and he's got to like run in and save him. And then boom, that's credits. That's the end of the movie. We understand that he battles other characters between the movies. So then, like it's more than just the two, like he's got history.
Or like even just make a comment like, somebody could be talking about, when that Aunt May, that terrible thing that happened with that monster over at the school, or just like something like that.
Headlines from the Daily Bugle posted up on the wall.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we could. I mean, as much as I loved Alex Ross's art in the beginning of this, like showing the story from the first one, if they would have had Daily Bugle headlines of, like, Spider-Man robs bank with Electro, or something like that,
right?
And just had all these other,
Spider-Man learns to fly with Vulture or something.
Yes.
Right.
But we get this, and then we get him explaining that he can't because of his two enemies. He can't be with Mary Jane, and it's just a little silly. It's just, and that's
because all this has happened like within. This is probably like a year later, if that.
Yeah, something
it's
like
not
that
much farther later.
Yeah.
So he's still in school throughout this. Like he's like NYU or wherever he's at with Doc Connors. But Harry Osborn is off running the company. Like, did he just drop out of school? And they're like, yeah, sure, you can run the company. No college degree.
I guess. I this is something else. Like, okay, I love this movie, and I know like I'm saying stuff that's crapping on it right now, but it's not.
That's what we're here for.
But that is something that bothers me. Yeah, what is going on with Harry? Like this. Yeah. He dropped out of school, presumably, and he's doing this. Unless like maybe just
it's been 4 years and
he
did, and then maybe Peter's going after a doctorate, so he's in there for longer.
Could be. Or Peter's been missing classes, so maybe he's like way behind with whatever. But there's that, and then like Harry is just so whiny in this movie.
Yes.
And I like James Franco and a lot of stuff he does, and I know he's playing the character in this movie, but I'm just like, just shut up. Like, I gotta get Spider-Man. All I have left now is Spider-Man. And it's like not even believable. It's just like this like 13-year-old boy.
When he's pitching a fit at like whenever Octavius is doing the sun thing and that first time. And he's like throwing his arms up and down. Basically, he's throwing a temper tantrum.
Yes,
like, shut it down, Doc.
Yes.
And so I get it. Yeah, he's just. I would agree. He's being overly dramatic, too much.
Oh yeah,
cartoonishly.
It's really like probably the lowest point of the movie. I think is Harry, but it leads up to Goblin 2, I guess, in the third one. That's what they should have done. The third one should have been the way they made this arc. Don't worry about Sandman. Don't worry about Venom. I know Venom was in there because the producers wanted it in there. Like the studio wanted Venom in there. Yeah. But like it should have just been Goblin, then Octavius, and then Harry, Green Goblin 2, as the main villain in the third one. That would have been a complete arc. And you could have had a really, really good movie with Peter and Harry now knowing that he's Peter, and just the whole back and forth with that. And then you would have had Mary Jane, and Harry could have been, like, he's so crazy now. He's trying to, because Mary Jane knows or whatever. That would have been a better movie. They didn't ask me to make it, so it didn't get made.
I don't know that James Franco could carry the villain role though for an entire movie solo.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think that's probably why we ended up with multiple villains, that and like studio pushback. I think that's why we ended up with Sandman, is to give him somebody to kind of balance him out, I guess, or add to him. Yeah. And then Venom, like you said, because the studios wanted it, because he's like a popular character or whatever. But yeah, like I don't know that he could have carried as the main villain by himself. I don't think that villain, the what do you call him, Green Goblin 2, Electric Boogaloo, was that interesting or fun as far as like a villain. Like he was just, like you said, like a whiny teenager, and then once he like had the amnesia episode and everything, suddenly he's like cured, or he's not a jerk now. But he was still a jerk before that. Like even like in the first movie, he's a little bit of a, like you can see like little cuts, like he's kind of a little bit of a jerk underneath.
He's your standard, like, your stereotypical rich boy that's like, I'm gonna get everything that I can get because it's me.
Daddy's not paying attention to me. Yeah.
And again, like, I keep harking back to it, but I really think it's probably the best Spider-Man story that's ever been done is the Spider-Man games, and Harry's not like that in those games. He's genuinely like, he's like Peter. He's very soft and he wants to help people out, and like that's his, he's just wanting to help the world. But anyway, we're talking about Spider-Man 2. We keep diverging to other Spider-Mans. It's fine. So another. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to say another villain, like while we're on the subject, that they were wanting to put into the third or possibly even the fourth movie, should they do one. And they planted seeds along the way. Mysterio with Bruce Campbell. Like they had him in all these different little characters. And I think that is something that I wish we could have got, is Bruce Campbell as Mysterio. I am so disappointed that we did not end up with that.
Really good.
It would have been so fun. Yeah.
And I did, like you were saying earlier, like it is really neat how they put all those little Easter eggs in there for different villains, because Jonah Jameson's son is a villain. He's like a really like D-list villain, but
it isn't like when he comes back on the spaceship, like in I think it was the animated series, the 90s animated series. When he came back, the symbiote came back with him on the ship, and it hitched a ride on him to get to speak to Peter Parker, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So he played a part in that too.
Yeah. And I'm thinking like Flash from the first one, the villain or the bully, he's a villain too. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. Well, I know yes, what you just said. I'm thinking of, I think Flash turns into almost like a werewolf sort of.
He also becomes a Venom as well. He becomes, does he? But later on in the comics, he becomes Agent Venom, and he's like he goes off to war and he loses his legs, and like he's a soldier and he loses his legs, and then he ends up in this like this government program where they've gotten a hold of the Venom symbiote and they're like experimenting on it, and they figure out how to make it into like a armor basically for soldiers, and the only one it would bond with is Flash. And so like the Venom symbiote looks very much so kind of like Punisher's gear, like bulletproof vest and like the belt and like kind of like, like military like, but it's still got like the spider symbol and it's like black and he's got the mask and everything. But Flash Thompson was Agent Venom for a stretch in the comic books, and he even went off into space, and I think he joined the Guardians of the Galaxy for a little bit.
Man, I gotta read that. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's awesome. There was a lot to him, which was an interesting take.
Yeah.
Could have gotten that with Joe Manganiello or whatever before he went off and did what character did he end up doing? He ended up playing some character. He played Deathstroke in DC, didn't he? And then
did he? Yes, he did. He did.
Yeah. Just like a brief like cameo at the end of like one of the movies or something like that. Never materialized in anything, but they were setting him up to be in other movies, and then just the whole DC thing fell apart. But anyways, back to Raimi Spider-Man. I'm sorry, I keep derailing the conversation.
You're right. It's hard not to talk about other things when you're talking about Spider-Man or any of these, like any of the movies that we've been talking about this last several episodes. It's hard to just stick to the movies. So.
Yeah, because there's lore behind it. There's so much to it.
It is.
Yeah. Okay, so what we before we move on to like more crazy type things, there's another thing that was driving me crazy throughout this movie. I'm gonna see if it bothered you too, if you even noticed it. There was a lot, and I mean a lot, of women screaming in this movie. Like every time they saw like a bad guy or something was some action thing was happening, there was always like one or two women that would just scream at the top of their lungs, and I was like, this seems excessive. Like even for the movie, it is. Mary
Jane's the worst. Like, just
whenever Doc Ock grabs her, that one was really bad.
Yes,
it was almost cartoonish. Her expression.
It was. Yeah. And like she's just like sitting there. I didn't mind this. I didn't mind the silence when like the window's been busted out and they both stand up and like it rumbles a little bit. Like I'm like, okay, that's fine. But then when he comes in and like grabs her, that was just kind of. Yeah, you're right. It's like it came out of the cartoon a little bit.
Yeah.
But it is a good scene, though. It is a good scene when that car goes through the window and he just like, Peter grabs her. And it's just like, and that's the thing.
Grazes him.
Some things that I like about this movie, there's another really great shot when Doc Ock is in the bank and he's busting open the vault and he throws the vault door and like Peter puts his foot and kicks Aunt May out of the way. That is such a cool shot. Like, and it just goes past him. Every time I watch this movie, I'm like, just marvel at that shot. It's just so cool.
I think that's something that Raimi did really well with the Spider-Man character, is capturing that spider sense and showing it on screen and showing like how Peter perceives danger and senses things around him and in his environment and reacts to those sometimes in slow motion, like the spider, like the first scene where Flash Thompson comes at him, and like he's like, oh, and he watches the fist go by him, and like there's the fly flying and everything like that. But yeah, Raimi does like a fantastic job highlighting the spider sense, I'd say.
Yes, I agree.
I enjoyed it very much. So,
So was there any like shots that you thought were impressive that you liked or anything?
I think the entire train sequence could merit an entire episode. Like that was such a great use of the scene, like props, like everything, the whole thing. Like you got like the characters and like all the people that are on the train. So much of that one was, it was just like, it looked really good. Like it was fun. I enjoyed it. Like he tried a couple things, they didn't work out, and he ended up doing the web thing and stopping the train at the last second, which I have notes on that one as well.
Let's hit him.
So the train, first off, that train fight scene is, in my opinion, one of the best battle scenes.
Oh, sure.
In a Spider-Man movie, period. I enjoyed it so much. It was so much fun. That train fight scene was actually filmed in Chicago, outside the outside parts, because and on sound stages, because New York City got rid of their above ground chains decades ago.
They really?
So they only had like a couple of them, and they just run over bridges. And they didn't really have what Raimi was looking for, so they shot it in Chicago, the outside stuff.
Interesting.
And then sound stages for a lot of the close-up stuff. But so they just made up a Chicago train, made it look like a New York train, and
I couldn't tell the difference. But I've never been to New York. I've only been to Chicago. So I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, a little more. The train is packed with cameos as well. Toby's half brothers are the two little kids that give his mask back to him.
Oh, nice.
They approach him and everything.
Yeah.
You got Phil Lamar. I don't know if you notice him off to the side whenever he's on the front of the train. Voice actor, Mad TV alumni. Joey Diaz, a comedian and actor. He's kind of one of that guys of like, bit gangster parts and stuff like that here and there. As well as a bunch of, I'm not going to list them all, but a bunch of Raimi's old friends from his Evil Dead and Army of Darkness days show up and have little parts in there as well. So yeah, that whole scene is just chock full of so much little like details sprinkled in there. I just enjoyed it so much.
It's definitely the most memorable scene of the movie, and I
they made
go
a
as far
Lego
as say
set
it's
out
most.
of it.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah,
Holy
Bruce
cow.
has it. It's awesome.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
I'd go as far as say it's the most memorable scene of the whole trilogy. It's just
Probably,
it's done so well. And then when he finally stops it, like seeing his suit split, you know, and then they just like they pick him up, and it's like, you know, like a Christ-like pose or whatever when they're taking him back. But you know, then they're just like, we're not going to tell anybody. Like they see his face, he's just a kid, you know.
He's no older than my son.
Yeah. It's great. But one thing I will say, you do get the you got to go through me and me. It's like, you know, the whole
mess
New
with
York
one of us,
thing.
you mess with all of us.
It's like, give me a break. Come on.
I would agree.
I've never been to New York, but I guarantee you, New Yorkers aren't like, we gotta look out for each other.
Right. No, definitely. I just came back from New York. I'm gonna tell you right now, they're not like that. No, I would agree. This scene is probably like the most iconic or memorable scenes from all of the Raimi Spider-Mans. I put it right below the finger guns, black-haired Spider-Man in Spider-Man 3. That's probably the most memed one, but that's outside that.
Okay. For bad reason, that's maybe the most memorable one. But if we're going to talk about like good, solid, cinematography, positive, like that's
cinematography, and I think the sound design in this movie deserves a lot of credit. Like I'm watching this movie and I'm like, man, they got like sound like going around you, and like whenever like I forget, it was early on, and I think he's fighting Doc Ock. Oh, and they're on the side of the building with Aunt May, and they're fighting, and you got the rumble and everything like that. And as the camera pans by, the sound goes up, and you kind of hear it, and then like as it goes further out, the sound gets quieter, and the direction that the sound is coming from changes, and then it pans back around again, and it reverses, and you get it, and it's just like it's very immersive, rich sound throughout this whole movie, and I think it's underlooked, and it's amazing. I just enjoyed it.
I want to say, and maybe it's not this, I thought I saw where this movie had won or maybe it was nominated for an Oscar for sound.
Oh, I can see that.
I think I know it was nominated for something. It may have been special effects or whatever. I don't know. I mean, now the special effects look a little bit dated on it, but it didn't look near as bad as the first one. I thought it
wasn't horrible, but it doesn't hold up for sure. Like for the time, it was great.
The part that I think probably didn't look the best was when Doc Ock's got Aunt May and they're fighting on that building, and everything just looks very smooth. Like all like Doc Ock particularly looks,
and the characters don't have like a lot of like flow to them. They just look like action figures that are being held up. Like they got no natural flow to them. I would agree. Yeah.
And then the falling, when Aunt May falls, it doesn't look like
no.
I don't think.
I imagine that she did not do a lot of stunts.
You talking about the actor?
Yeah.
She did all her own stunts for this movie. She insisted.
Well, yeah, but I imagine they didn't do much. Like they didn't have her do much. Like, most of it was like CGI and whatnot. Yeah.
And Toby did some of his stunts too. They actually when his bike gets hit by the car and he does like the backflip over the vehicle, they had the stunt double do that, and then they had a shot of Toby doing it, and they kept the one with Toby in there because Sam Raimi thought it looked more natural.
Oh. That's kind of cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. Well, we talked about the arms a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's developing this whole fusion technology, like this energy that's going to power the city for 1,000 years or whatever. Right? Free energy for everybody.
Yeah.
And then he goes over and he pulls off the sheet, and reveals these like AI sentient robotic arms that he's going to use to do it. And I'm like, that right there is a huge scientific breakthrough on its own.
Yes, it is.
Why is that not getting more, like with, everybody's just like, ooh, okay, but back to the fusion thing, right?
And, quadriplegics, like, there you go. There's something they could do with it. No, I agree with you. It's so like, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a trope with a lot of like, sciencey stuff in like comic books or whatever. Like they want to focus on something that like is going to fit the story well. Mm-hmm. But then like there's this other stuff like the arms, or even Goblin's glider in the first one. Like they
create all these MacGuffins to get to the thing that they want to be the center of the story. And it's like, well, you already have like really cool stuff going on over here.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm watching and I'm like, those arms are just like fantastic. Like that's such a huge breakthrough on its own. Mm-hmm. and it just gets glossed over. Like,
how many purposes can that be used for?
Right.
Just anything,
man. Yeah.
So tell me this, something that I thought about unrelated to this topic, but as I'm watching this, I'm like, when Peter goes to Aunt May's house and she's moving out, right? Uh-huh. She's like, I'm just decided to just throw in the towel and I'm just going to move to the city, or whatever. Aunt May is a swindler. $5 she gives Henry to help move all this stuff.
Yeah.
$5
when he's done.
When he's done. I'm like, oh my gosh, you little swindler.
Yeah, but his parents are over there like, you're going to go help this nice lady out. And if she offers you any money, you're going to refuse because you're doing it to be a good boy or whatever.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh man, I don't want to. And like, oh, well, get better grades in school and you don't have to do all this kind of stuff. It's probably a punishment for him.
Probably is.
Or he got all of Peter's comic books.
That's right. She didn't know. Like, he's like, what happened to all my comic books?
Yeah. I would like to know what comic books he read.
Mm-hmm.
And you think he had good taste in comic books, or was he just reading like Jimmy Olsen?
I'm betting that Jimmy. I'm betting that it's probably a bunch of Archie books. No, I'm betting that it's if in a lot of the panels in like a lot of Marvel comics, they'll be reading Captain America or something like that. Like they'll be reading the comic for it. And that's another thing that I want to bring up, like connecting to that when Jonah Jameson is trying to come up with a name for Doc Ock.
Doctor Strange is already taken.
He's like, Doctor Strange. It's already taken. We can't use that. Yes.
How about Doc Ock? Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No.
Which, man, he had such contempt for that assistant of his that.
Yes.
It was so funny. It was a great little like bit.
J.K. Simmons is just. We talked about it for the first time.
Fantastic.
He's the perfect casting for this. Like there's nobody else that can do it like him.
No.
And even like it gets down to, when Peter's like, he's gone and like all this bad stuff's happening. He's like, it's my fault. I turned him into a villain and I drove him away. And he comes in and steals a suit. He's like, he's a thief. Just turns on a dime. I love it.
Yep. That's great.
You cannot not like him. It's just so good. It's so good.
Yeah, I would agree. Oh man. So let's see if you agree with me on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like in watching Sam Raimi direct these Spider-Man movies,
mm-hmm.
I feel like Raimi is to Spider-Man what Tim Burton was to Batman. Like he sets up like this whole aesthetic and this look and this way of making a Spider-Man film.
Okay.
And it's just like it's got a good it's a good like he's got a good fingerprint as a director that's very distinctive and
oh yeah, he does.
It works for the Spider-Man thing, much like Tim Burton has a very distinct fingerprint as a director and it works for Batman in such a way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, thought I had while I was watching it.
No, I feel like you can say that about like I feel like with the Nolan Batman trilogy. It's the same. It's like got its own sort of,
Mm-hmm. It's different, but it's but it works still.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well,
all right.
What do you got?
I got something. So Willem Dafoe is in this just briefly.
Yeah.
Do you know he really originally wasn't supposed to be in this movie?
Oh, really?
They were shooting, and he was walking down the street back to his apartment, and he saw them. He saw the crew over there shooting. So he went over to say hi and to just, talk with everybody. And they asked him if he wanted to be in a scene. So that's when they ended up shooting that scene with him.
Really?
Talking
Does
to
he go
Harry.
uncredited?
I think he's credited in there.
Okay.
I think he is. But I don't know if he did it for free or what, but
right.
Well,
if he's credited,
like, hey, you want to get in?
Right.
Yeah.
If they're not credited, they don't get paid.
Okay.
But that's crazy. Yeah, that's. I mean, like he delivers 2 lines. I imagine that was like an hour of work, maybe.
Yeah. Huh. I thought it was pretty cool. Like he's just hanging out, doing his thing. I'm gonna say hi to these people. I haven't seen him for a while. I'm gonna see how everybody's doing.
Go say hi to my friends.
Yeah. Sam Raimi, hey, Willem, you wanna shoot a scene? Oh, sure.
Right.
Yeah. Wholesome. We need more of that.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple of fun facts for you.
Sure.
And like maybe 2 more points to make.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can wrap this one up if you're done too.
Yeah.
All right. My last little point on the movie. And it's another thing that bugs me. And I think I harped on this a little bit in the last one too. I feel like Toby as Peter / Spider-Man is doing kind of the same thing that Reeves was doing as Clark Kent Superman, where like as Superman he's very stoic, but like he's athletic, he's quick to like react to things, and he's a superhero. And as Clark, he's bumbling and kind of aloof, a goof, a dorky, but it's an act to hide who Superman is.
Mm-hmm.
But with Peter and Spider-Man, I feel like Toby's doing it, but he doesn't need to put on this act. He doesn't need to act like a goofball for Peter Parker to blend in, because he wears a mask. So there's no hiding. He's already hiding who he is behind a mask. He doesn't need to then do this, like, because like there's the whole scene where he gets in the mop closet somehow and he's trying to get out of the mop closet and the mops keep falling out, and it's just like this like comedy bit of trying to hold up the mops and everything. And then like there's other parts throughout it where like he's like fumbling and like he drops things or like he trips, and it's like I mean, I don't know, I think this is the problem I have with the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, is his portrayal of Peter Parker is that of like a bumbling dork, and Peter Parker's just nerdy and smart. He's not a dork. He's just nerdy.
Incredibly intelligent.
He's very smart. And those are 2 different things. And it bugs me, and I can't let it go.
Yeah.
30 minutes or less, is that still a pizza thing? Delivering a pizza in 30 minutes or less? I've never seen that in real life.
I don't know how that's a thing in downtown New York.
Right.
Like, there's no way you're going to be making money doing that.
I will say, not this time, but the last time we went to New York, me and Bruce went by and we ate at Joe's Pizza. That particular Joe's Pizza was, I think, the first one. And it's not there anymore. They moved it down the road, like a block or 2 up the road. Okay. So we went to that one and we had Joe's Pizza. Joe's Pizza's fine. It's good pizza. New York pizza. And they talk about like he's got to deliver it like 30 blocks away in
it's
3 minutes or something.
3 minutes,
ridiculous like that.
Yeah,
I was like, there's no way. Like even as Spider-Man swinging, like I don't think he could make that. But I don't know.
That was my thing when he goes to deliver it, and not Zoe Deschanel, her sister. Anyway, she's like, I'm not paying for that.
Right.
He gives it to her anyway. At that point, if it were me, I'm already fired. I know I'm fired. I'm like, fine, I'm taking him with me.
Right.
And I just leave. That's what I'd be doing. If I'm going to get fired and I'm going to get this crap from this woman, I'm at least going to get some free pizza out of this thing.
Right. That dude stole his pizza. Right. Did you stick around for the post-credit scene?
Was there a post-credit scene?
There's no post-credit scene.
Oh, okay. I knew. I didn't think there was. No, I didn't stick around for it.
No post-credit scene.
I forget. We watch these old movies and I'm like, there's no ways. Like, I don't even think about a post-credit scene. Now, almost every movie, I'm like, I'm going to sit through this.
Right.
I mean, the Mario Galaxy movie had like 2 post-credit scenes.
Man.
And yeah. So like, yeah, I'm going to, old movies like that. No, I don't. Old movies. Like this shouldn't be an old movie, but it is.
It is. It's over 20 now. Man. All right. I got a couple more here.
Yeah. I got one thing. You hit him.
What do you got?
No, go ahead.
Let me throw you. I'm going to throw you one and you throw me yours and we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
Hopefully I don't steal yours. The landlord, Mr. Dickovich, is a direct nod to Steve Ditko and the Spider-Man creator. Yeah, like his name and everything is a nod about Steve Ditko. It's just
nice.
Oh, that was sweet. That was nice. It's a nice little bonus Easter egg there.
Well, like my thing leads into that is like, can you imagine? Like, there's this apartment complex he lives in.
Yeah,
and they have one communal bathroom.
I know.
No thanks. Like, there's no way.
And he's struggling to make rent. I know, like, New York rent is supposed to be, like, really expensive and everything. But, like, for what he's living in, the rent's not that expensive. He's not living in, like, off of Times Square or something like that. He's living probably off in one of the boroughs or, somewhere not in a nice, super nice area. And it's just one room. Like, he doesn't even have a bedroom or anything. He doesn't have a bathroom. He's got to use, like, this communal bathroom, which the landlord uses, too. Like, the landlord doesn't even have his own bathroom.
You would think, like, he should have his own bathroom. Like,
and he's having a struggle to make rent. I just find it, like, I don't know. Maybe he's putting all his money into school. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe. I don't know. Or he's giving it all to Aunt May, although she won't take it.
She won't take it.
Maybe he's throwing it in her bank or something like that without her knowing about it. I don't know. He's a good kid like that,
Yeah, that's true.
It was sad. Like, she gives him $20, and she's like, just take it. Like, it's not much. And I'm like, May. Maybe that's why she only gave. Maybe she's not a swindler. Maybe that's all she had to give Henry, and she felt like she needed to pay him something.
Yeah, that's true.
Aunt May.
What do you got?
Well, that was my one thing. I've got 2 things. That was the one thing with the bathroom. What's your next thing?
All right. Doc Ock's tentacles were mostly practical.
I thought they looked really good.
Puppets. Yeah. Alfred Molina gave them names. Do you know what the names of the tentacles were?
Let's hear it. I was trying to guess. I don't know idea.
Flo.
Okay.
Bo, Larry, and Harry.
Oh, and Harry. Okay.
And I threw me the curveball. I was like, you could have named them Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Yeah.
And then Shemp, maybe? I don't know. But
Shemp would have been great. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, Flo, Mo, Larry, and Harry.
Yeah.
Flo was named for the woman that was puppeting it.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just one person puppeting the thing?
No, I think one person, like different people puppeted the different arms, but there was one woman who was a puppeteer.
Okay.
And he named that arm Flo for her. And that's the arm that was very maternal. It was the one that would like put the glasses on him and hold his drink whenever he sipped out of it and stuff like that. So, fun fact.
That's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
Well, my last hit is, I think this is probably one of the greatest endings of all time. With Mary Jane showing up at his doorstep, and then the sirens go off, and she says, "Go get him, Tiger." And he flies out the window, and then it rolls credits and starts playing Vindicated. And I'm just like, gosh, every time, like, I love that song. Every time I watch this movie, like, it just gives me goosebumps because I'm like, gosh, that's such a good way to end this. And like, they wrote the song for this movie.
Really?
And and they wrote it in like 10 minutes. Like they I can't remember the guy, the front man for Dashboard Confessional. I think he wrote all their songs, but they asked him if he could do a song, was interested in doing a song for the movie. And he said, yeah, but can I get early screening of it? And, they said, sure, and he watched it and then, like, I guess wrote that song in like 10 minutes, at least a rough outline of that song.
Yeah. Like had an idea of what he wanted to do. At least.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's wild. Yeah, good ending. Great ending. Yeah, it's funny, like, I'm watching it and my wife is in the room. She's doing one of her puzzles while I'm watching the movie. And it rolls credits and the Dashboard Confessional starts up. She sits back, she goes, man, I forgot how good the soundtrack was on this movie.
Yeah.
Dashboard Confessional.
It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great.
It's good.
Absolutely. All right, my last one for you. Tobey Maguire almost replaced during pre-production for this movie.
No.
Yeah. So
he did this movie
Seabiscuit. He did Seabiscuit between these two movies, right?
Yeah.
And he got injured during that. And he was complaining about, he was really playing up his back being injured and angling for higher pay for the sequel is what he was doing. He was trying to negotiate higher pay. Yeah. And the studio was like, no, we're not going to play this game. So they reached out, they hired Jake Gyllenhaal to replace him and got, like, they were about to start shooting with him. And Toby was like, you know what? I feel better. Let's do this.
Yeah.
I don't need more money. And yep.
I mean, Jake finally got his role, his Spider-Man role. There's your Mysterio.
Came back as Mysterio. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Jake Gyllenhaal playing this, but I wouldn't want the main character.
He was on the short list originally, too.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see it. But having the main character recast in the sequel, that's hard. To me, it would have to be a reboot. You just have to be like, okay, I know we only had one movie, but we're gonna have to reboot this because
Andrew Garfield it.
Yeah. You can't recast the main character like that.
I would agree, especially with all the other characters. It would just be weird. But what could have been? Yep. Well,
Spider-Man
that's all
2.
I got. Spider-Man 2. Yeah, it was a fun rewatch. I enjoyed it very much so.
It was. It's a good movie.
Had a lot of fun with it. What do you say we give this one a token rating score?
Rating score.
Close it out.
Yep.
So a retro score, for those who don't remember, because it's been a week since we did one of these. Retro rating score, that's what you would have rated it the first time you saw this movie. What would you have given this one the first time?
I would have given it a good 90.
90. All right.
Yeah.
I would give it 100. This would have been like, this was like, I was so stoked and happy whenever this movie came out, and very like, this was on repeat. I was watching this one all the time. Yeah. This was great. Rewatch. How'd you feel on the rewatch of this movie?
Staying the same at 90. I thought it was just 90? As good as the first time I saw it. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 90 as well. It comes down for me for a little bit. I feel like I've talked about Tobey Maguire's performance a little whiny, and as we talked about, like with a lot of characters, I feel like this movie in general, like this Spider-Man verse in general, has a lot of like hyped up, over dramatized teen angst in 20-year-olds. That's kind of annoying.
Yeah, sure.
When you're not 20, so
yeah, that's why
technicality.
Miles Morales might be the better Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But anyway. Shots fired. Technicality. For the time, I'll give this a 90. I'll give it a 90. Just because the fall scenes they're pretty bad, even for the time. Like watching some of the people fall. Yeah. It doesn't look.
It's no RoboCop,
great.
But it's
no. Yeah. No, that's the bottom of that's a 0 right there. That was so bar. Bad.
Yeah, I would agree. 90. A lot of the effects, like, even today hold up fairly well, but for the time looked great. And, but yeah, like there's certain, like anytime they have a CGI character, the characters lack natural movement and they just kind of look like action figures in stop motion or something like that. And really good stop motion, but still they look like rigid, like action figures. They look too rigid. That's what it is.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
All right. On the rewatch or rewatchability, how likely are you to rewatch this one?
100. I am going to rewatch this movie.
I would agree. 100 all the way.
Yep.
This is definitely a rewatch. Yeah. Just leave it at that. This will be rewatched at some point very soon.
It's really good. Yeah.
All right. Token rating score for Spider-Man 2 gets an 87.81. How does that compare to the original Spider-Man, you may ask? We gave that one an 86.74. So slightly better.
Bumped it up.
That's right.
Stick with us here in, I don't remember when Spider-Man 3 came out. Was it 2005, maybe?
2007, I think.
2007. Ooh, that's a ways off. Yeah. Stick with us, though.
A year. It's a year.
I guess it is a year off. Yeah, that's a year off. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. What am I? I'm thinking it's 2025. It's not 2025.
I know. It feels like it's 2025 still.
Golly.
It's almost 2027.
Stick with us. Yeah. Next year, 2027, we will do Spider-Man. We'll talk Spider-Man 3.
Right.
And we'll see how that holds up.
Maybe we'll save it for Halloween because it is kind of a scary movie.
Oh, man. Watch it be like we rewatched this movie and we're like, what were we thinking? This is like, this is gold. Peak Spider-Man.
I doubt it. It's got too much hair in it.
Yeah.
All right. What was your retro ramble from last week? Let's roll into that.
Okay. What is the first pet that you owned that was all yours? It wasn't a family pet. It was all yours. Mine was I had 3 mice. I bought
3 blind mice.
No, they weren't blind. They should have.
Oh, okay.
I bought 3 mice when I was in high school. I was, I think, a senior, and I went to a pet store. I was like, I want some mice. It just sounds really cool. I got them, and I named them Juan, Felix, and Santa Claus. And
Santa Claus.
Yeah, Juan. I got them assuming they were all male, and Juan was actually Juanita apparently, and Santa Claus. Santa Claus. Just one night, I heard some rustling in that cage. Woke up the next morning, and Santa Claus had ripped Felix's arms and everything off. Like they fought over this other mouse, and then those two started breeding, and they wouldn't. Oh my gosh, wouldn't stop. I'd never seen so many mice. I ended up giving them. I gave them to an old girlfriend of mine because she was willing to take them. I don't know whatever happened to them. I don't know how many mice that they had. It was those things. I don't know. She made infinite food, but man, it was wild. It was a wild time. That was like probably 3 months I had those things.
Huh. That's crazy. That's funny. Like whenever I first moved out on my own, I got this was not my first pet, but the first pet I kind of bought for myself were mice. Like I bought like a little terrarium or whatever.
Sure.
Got some mice. They were like $1 or $2 a piece, and
cheap.
They're cool. Yeah. You can handle them, and they're fun, and all that fun stuff. And yeah, like they had babies, and then I was like, "Oh, cool babies!" And like for a day or two, I was like, "Look at little babies." And then I didn't realize this, but the moms kill the babies, and just like it was like I woke up one morning, it was just a bloodbath in there. It was just like dead babies everywhere. Yeah, wow. Just like shredded.
I didn't see that out of mine. Wow, that is nuts.
Yeah, that's crazy. But anyways, that was not my first pet of my own. I thought about this one a lot. I kept going back. I was like, oh yeah, there's that time I had fish. Nope, it was before that. So whenever I was in 3rd grade, the class had the little they're not geckos. I forget what they're called. They're just those little like green lizards that you see outside all the time. Anoles. And so we had a couple of anoles in the classroom, and then whatever science project we were doing with them or whatever we were doing with them ran its course. And the teacher was like, anybody that wants to take them home can take them home. And I was like, I will take one. Not telling my parents. And I came home with a little mason jar and a lizard in it. And my mom was like, okay, you have a lizard now. Take care of it and do what you need to do with it and everything. So I had this little mason jar with holes in the lid, and I'd put grass in there and a stick, and he lived. And we went out and we got like crickets one day, and I'd feed him crickets and everything like that. He lived for just a couple weeks, and then he died. Just one day he was dead in the jar, and that was the end of it. And I'm pretty sure it was because either A, I wasn't feeding him enough, or B, the environment wasn't big enough, or a combination of the two. I'm pretty sure my mom was like, we're going to see how well you do with this before we invest a cage and everything into this. So, and I don't think we ever got that far into it. Yeah. We lived for a couple weeks, and that was about it. I don't remember what I named him or anything like that, but he was in my room, and I was very happy about it. But that was my first pet.
I've always wanted a reptile, and I've never had one. I've always wanted an iguana. And I've got 2 names picked out. If I ever get one, my wife will kill me if I ever bring one home. They scare her to death. But it's either going to be Zeus or Phyllis.
Okay.
Great iguana names, I think. Yeah. The Phyllis one I was reading an old Nintendo Power magazine, and somebody had sent a picture in to Nintendo Power and saying how much that their iguana Phyllis loved their NES because it was warm. And it was his iguana Phyllis was just hanging out on top of his old NES because it was nice and warm. That's a great iguana name. I love it.
Phyllis. Yeah. All right. Well, let us know in the comments. What was your first pet? What was the experience like?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Stale popcorn? You got any stale popcorn for me this week?
Yeah. So you know how much that I enjoy Big Bang Theory. It's one of my favorite shows. Stuart Fails to Save the Universe is out. I know you've watched the first 2 episodes. I have watched the first 2 episodes. What do you think of Stuart Fails to Save the Universe?
So my daughter was a big Bang fan, and she loved Young Sheldon. We watched Young Sheldon like as it aired together and throughout its run. And we've been watching George and Mandy as well throughout its run. So her whole life, basically, we've been watching Big Bang and the various spinoffs now. So this one was coming out, and I asked her, I said, I'm going to watch it before we record so we can talk about it. Did you want to watch it? And she's like, yeah. And so we sit down and we start watching and everything. We watched the first episode, and she goes, I don't know if this one's for me, but I'll watch the next episode.
No.
And then we watched the next episode, and at the end she goes, this one's probably not for me. You can watch this one without me. And I was like, that's fine. No, I did not expect it to be her type of thing. This is just not her thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It's goofy. It's not to be taken seriously. It is not like there's so much that's like, if you wanted to, you could really sit here and pick this thing apart. Yeah. It's not scientifically accurate. I mean, it's just dealing with like multiple dimensions, and you got to suspend disbelief with all this. Yeah. But it's fun, and it's a fun play with this set of characters in this environment and showing like alternate universes and like very drastically alternate universes. Yeah. And I kind of like what they're setting up with like each episode's going to be like a different universe type of thing. I think that's a lot of fun. I don't know the longevity of this because I feel like production wise, this is going to get quite expensive.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's fun, and I've enjoyed it. I like what they're doing with the opening credits where they're like, don't fast forward. Yeah. And then like they have like a little like different narrative or whatever that goes through the credits. So that's been fun, and they've been quick enough that like it's not upsetting to watch or anything like that. No, but I've enjoyed it. My family did not, but I did not enjoy it.
I've really enjoyed it. My family has enjoyed it. Like we've watched both episodes, and We really enjoy it. Plan on continuing to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say a spoiler here. So if you haven't watched it and you're wanting to watch it, skip ahead 3 or 4 minutes. I'm giving you just a second. And now I'm going to start. Okay. So I like how they're introducing original cast members, sprinkling them through there. So you got Raj in the first one, and then you've got Penny in the second one. I like that. It's like, don't blow everything on one episode. Just sprinkle them in. You've got Leonard's mother that's in the second episode as well.
Yeah.
And it's fun. And I like how they're talking about like the guys accidentally built this machine and it's causing all this stuff to happen. And you got to go back and fix it. Now, my one gripe with it is that I don't really think it is very fantastical, and it doesn't quite feel like it's in the Big Bang Theory.
Well, I think it's an alternate universe.
It is. That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah. I think the whole thing's an alternate, like it's an alternate universe. But like you look at Big Bang Theory and then you look at Young Sheldon, and I haven't got to watch Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage yet because I can't find season 1 streaming anywhere. I can find season 2, but I can't find season 1 streaming anywhere.
Weird.
So those are very much like they're grounded in reality, right? Like there's these nerdy guys or whatever, but they're grounded in reality. And this, like, you know, the guys build this machine that's causing this universal catastrophe or whatever. Like, so I kind of have to look past that. But I feel like it's like you're saying, it's just so much fun to see what the different universe is going to be. Like at the time of this recording, like the next one should be coming out. Well, it should be airing right now as we're recording it. They're in like a universe where there's magic. Like magic is a real thing. And it's fun to have these characters that didn't like, they were good characters and they were regulars in Big Bang Theory, but now like they've got their own thing. Like I know Stewart, like I can't remember the guy's name that plays him, but he originally had tried out for Sheldon. And they obviously gave it to Jim Parsons, but they liked him a lot, so they wrote the character of Stewart for him so he could be in the show. So it's nice to see that he gets his own show. Like that's fun. Yeah. And having Bert in there is great. He was always a fun character. And Kripke, I love the first episode where like, of course, he's going to be like the overlord of this whole thing, and it's great. I think the best was the second. Was it the second episode where they're in that universe where they got the things on the back of their necks, and Kripke just keeps getting shot because he can't keep his cool. Be nice. Yeah, it's so funny. I was laughing so hard at that. And then when they're like, "Okay," he's like, "I got a plan. We're gonna break out of here in no time." And then you see like 30 months,
8 months later.
So it's good.
Great.
It's good. It's good fun. It's funny. Yeah. And it doesn't take itself seriously, and that's what it needs. Like, if this thing tried to take itself seriously, it wouldn't suck. Yeah, but it's really good. I plan on continuing to watch it until they give me a reason not to. It's great. Yeah.
So you talked about the original cast showing up in cameos, right? Who do you think of the original cast is least likely to show up in this?
Wow.
I think there's an answer.
I'm going to say Sheldon.
Yeah.
I
Jim
think
Parsons,
that's the one.
100%.
Yeah.
He wasn't even going to show up in Young Sheldon, like on camera, and they had to like coax him into it. Like he was done with the character, and he wanted to put distance between himself and that character. And I think the end of Young Sheldon, he does like on camera work. And it took a little bit of coaxing to get him to do that. So I doubt he'll show up in this one.
Yeah, I doubt.
Although we could end up with like an alternate universe, like somebody else playing him, which would be interesting.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. I don't know how they go over though. Like really, if they're sprinkling everybody, all the actors.
Well, if you do like a little bit of like, if you do like a little bit of lore play or whatever, and they go to a universe where the guy that's playing Stewart is actually now
Sheldon.
Sheldon, yeah. And you bring back the original girl that they cast as Penny to play Penny. And like you bring in all these original castings that are kind of like in the zeitgeist or whatever, like in those like early test footage things. That could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be fun.
Yeah, that's true. That could be good. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna hit some of the gum under the seat. You check over the live comments and
got a few.
Then we can wrap this guy out. Back on our X-Men Live episode, we actually pre-recorded that and pushed it out. So we didn't get to address a lot of what came up on that episode in real time because it was pre-recorded. But I wrote it down and we'll address it here. So Will Ford 81 says, great movie with an excellent cast for most everyone.
Did he put an X? Excellent cast?
No.
Well, lost opportunity, Will.
Excellent does have an X in it, but no. I really wish they would have ditched the leather and wore the yellow and blue suits. I'm telling you, it would have worked. And then Matt Faza 552 says, they're coming in Doomsday. The yellow and blue, I mean. And yeah, from all indications, they're going to go full comic book with that one, which will be a lot of fun.
It looked good on Wolverine and Wolverine Deadpool. Yeah, totally could have been done well, I think, and it will be. Yeah.
Will Ford goes on and says, also, I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on the scene where Toad jumps down on the guard when they're on the island. Are we supposed to assume that he flattened him into a pancake, or did he drive him into the ground? Frankly, I have always found either option ridiculous. I would agree. I always thought that was kind of weird. I guess he flattened him is what we're supposed to believe. I was thinking. Which is just like, I agree. It's weird and it doesn't really work. And I'm glad it just kind of goes really quick and we can just move on past it.
I just don't. I think I may have said this in the episode. I just don't think that was a good villain choice to have Toad in there. They could have done something. They could have done so many other people. But that's what we got.
That's what we got. Matt Faza 552. He also reposted this for us in Discord, which I appreciate. So we got it twice. We put it in here. As someone who, as a kid, watched the X-Men cartoon and read the 90s X-Men books, I always thought Anna Paquin's Rogue was a combination of both Rogue and the comic book / animated Jubilee, especially whenever there was the whole teenager part. I would agree. I think we kind of touched on that or maybe alluded to it. But yeah, she was very much so. I would agree. Yeah, she's kind of like a combination of like a young Rogue and Jubilee. Because the Jubilee character is supposed to be in the animated series. It's supposed to be like the analogous or whatever, the character that the audience sees the world through.
Sure. Yeah.
And I feel like that's with Anna Paquin's character as well, is she's like the character that is introducing the audience to and experiencing all these things through. But yeah, so, and then, there's like the whole teenage thing and just the way that she kind of like acts. It definitely feels like the two characters were combined there. I would agree.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. A little bit more here. Over on YouTube, we were discussing the numbers and me not mathing the timeline correctly. I think it was when we were talking about Superman and the money and everything that made. Jesse Lapine jumps in and says $40 in 1978 would equal $205 in 2026. So I think we were talking about the movie making like...
No, it was where he paid... Jimmy Olsen was getting paid $40 a week.
Oh, okay. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you're only making $205 a week?
Oh, gosh. Wow. That's bad. That's bad pay. That's bad pay.
Yeah. Jimmy, man. You got to get with the union or something.
Golly.
Well, all right. I'm going to leave it there. We got a few more, but I think I'm going to save them for future episodes, and we'll discuss those as we come along them. What do you got in the live chat?
Yeah, we got a few in the live chat here. I got two from I'm going to butcher this name, man. I'm so sorry.
Go for it.
Mattas Vasilikos 2578. You guys read this chat? Yes, we do. We do at the end of the episode. So throw your chats in there. We'll talk about it at the end of the episode. Then he also says, he said, because I did reply by typing. He said, so a blind guy walks into a bar, then into a chair, then a table. It's great. I like it.
It's a good dad joke. I like it.
And then one of our good fans, Matt Pavaza 552's on here, and he said, "Ever think about giving the gross about when giving the gross, like we do in the beginning of the episode, also giving the adjusted gross for this is what it would have been nowadays." We hadn't, and of course, Jesse Lapine had said, obviously, throwing that in there. It wasn't about the gross, but talking about the adjusted income for Jimmy Olsen. But that'd be interesting. Yeah. I'm sure that can be done.
Can be done. Yeah.
Search Google
come up
and
with a
ask
consistent way to do it. Yeah. Absolutely.
That's not a bad idea, man.
People want, we can do that. Yeah. I got no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I got a retro ramble for you, and we can roll on out of here.
Scoot on out. Yep.
Retro ramble for next week. Would you rather? I'm going to give you a would you rather. This one will be fun. All right. I think I apologize. This one's going to be a little wordy. I've tried to the idea's in my head. I don't know if I'm getting it out on paper or not, but here we go. Would you rather pay $200 a month for unlimited streaming of anything, or pay $2 per physical rental from a video store that you have to go to with a 2-day return window? In both scenarios, every movie, every show, every game ever made is available to you, but you can never own anything. And whenever you turn on your TV, the only live TV you get is local broadcast channels with no DVR function. So basically, your options are you stream everything and it's kind of expensive, or there's a video store that you can go and rent anything from, but it's pretty cheap. But you have you have to actually go there, get it, and then there's a pretty quick turnaround on the return. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense. I'm thinking through this. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
That's a good one. I like it.
Join us next week. We're going to finish out the Vigilantes and VHS summer with episode 10 or episode 130. Episode 10 of Vigilantes and VHS summer. Episode 130 of This Podcast Takes Tokens.
Legacy number
the podcast you're listening. That's right. Batman. 1989's Batman. We started with Spider-Man and Batman, and we are ending with Spider-Man and Batman. So join us for 1989, the Michael Keaton Batman. Some say the definitive Batman.
Some say.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to This Podcast Takes Tokens. Make sure you don't miss a single episode by subscribing wherever you are. And as always, be kind, rewind. And until next time, we'll see y'all around.
See you guys.